Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Soraya, and today I want to talk about twin flame intimacy beyond the physical realm. So obviously on the outside, a twin flame union looks like any other kind of relationship, but I want to talk about the real intimacy of twin flames. What's really going on beneath the surface? What is that feeling that you get when you're with yourself and with your twin flame, and that connection? What's going on there? What is that magical experience that makes twin flames so intriguing and fascinating and so juicy and divine? Like, what is that intimacy that's going on? Because it's clearly more than what is being seen on the surface, because with a twin flame union, it's like an iceberg. You see so much on top of the water, but there's so much more underneath, because you guys are one. So when we're talking about intimacy with twin flames, we're talking about total intimacy, not just, oh, we have a lot of things in common. Oh, we've been through some things together. We've got memories. Like, that's not the kind of intimacy I'm talking about. With oneness, it doesn't get more intimate than oneness. So with twin flames, you've got that total intimacy. And so that's like the first thing about this, is that there's a lot going on, that has nothing to do with what it looks like on the outside. There's a lot going on the inside. Sharing one consciousness, I kind of want to dive into this a little bit because it's kind of like a very mystical kind of thing to say. But really, it means that you guys share the same inner world. I've talked about this in some previous videos. So you guys share the same core feelings. Now, it doesn't mean that your twin flame's in a bad mood when you're in a bad mood. It means that the feelings of your consciousness, so different fears and beliefs that you may have, like, they're sharing that with you in your shared consciousness on some level of their being. Like, they have access to that. That's their inner world too. And so they reflect you 100%. Any child of God is going to reflect you some. A soulmate will reflect you for a time, and anybody that you're a vibrational match to even encounter in physical reality is resonating with you on some level, in some way, in order to be in your physical reality. But with twin flame intimacy, it's oneness, it's you. So to know your twin flame is actually to know yourself, and to know yourself is to know your twin flame. And it's a very fascinating thing, because even if you're in a state, and I've experienced this personally, where I've had big upsets with my twin flame, and I'm like, I don't want to be with him. I'm mad at him about something, over the years. And it's so interesting that, like, just, obviously, like, just surrendering him to God, not focusing on him at all, and just focusing on loving myself. It's like literally at the same time as I cultivate that love within myself for myself, I just naturally feel that love for him, because there's no separation there. He is literally me. I feel the way about him that I feel about myself. That's why the mirror exercise is so powerful. It shows you, oh, I'm upset with my twin flame because they're doing this. I'm upset with myself because I'm doing this. And yeah, yeah, you are. With true twin flames, you are. And if there's an upset there, that's why the mirror exercise works, is because you're upset because it is happening within you, and there's no other way to be upset. So, like, if there's an upset there, then you must be experiencing it on the inside. So it must be true with the mirror exercise every time that, yeah, there is a part of me that feels mistreated and, unloved or hurt or sad or whatever it may be. So, yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing as well, because even though it looks like a normal or like a soulmate type relationship on the outside, what most people think is normal on the outside, there's really no way to describe twin flame intimacy to someone who doesn't know, to someone who hasn't experienced it, someone who hasn't met their twin flame. It's like really hard to put it into words. It's hard to explain the twin flame experience, and that's okay. I feel like what makes it such a beautiful thing is that it's so far beyond words, that you literally are like speechless when you look at the heart of it. I feel like that's what makes it so divine. Like that is like evidence that it's divine, is because, like, you feel, in a way, like with your twin flame, like you feel about God. Like it's how can you put that into words? God is everything. God is life and love and peace and the flow and just everything. And so yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And as you grow your intimacy through doing the mirror exercise and loving yourself on the twin flame ascension path, you come to know yourself, you come to know God, you come to know your twin flame. It's all connected. And so it's a growing of intimacy. It's like you have this oneness that you're already completely intimate with God and your twin flame, but there's like a revealing process of coming to know God, yourself, and your twin flame. And so that's really juicy. It's like, yes, you have this total intimacy, but it's like having this huge mansion and you haven't been through all the rooms yet. So really the twin flame path is like, yeah, you've got this mansion, but it's like Jeff and Shlee are like showing you, oh, well, that's where the kitchen is, and this is where this bedroom is, and this is where the study is, and this is where, the library is. I'm thinking like Beauty and the Beast, and this is where, this is like some ballroom and all this stuff, right? So the twin flame ascension journey isn't about building a mansion that doesn't exist. It's about revealing to yourself the mansion that has always been there. And so it's a very different kind of journey than what most of us think of as intimacy that we're used to with soulmates or other relationships. Because with soulmates and other relationships, you have to build something, at least the illusion of something with them, because it's not all already there. But with twin flames, you're already one. And you don't have to create that experience of intimacy, but you do get to reveal it to yourself through the twin flame ascension path. So very juicy subject, and just such a beautiful part of the twin flame journey. It's not something to be taken for granted. I feel like sometimes it can be one of those things where, our twin flame is a person, and in many ways it can feel like we can have what appears, at least on the surface, to be the same kind of challenges that you could have with anyone else. And it's so important to know that there is so much more going on with twin flames. And the more that you watch Twin Flame Ascension School, if you choose to invest in that, really, really powerful. Like, that's the teaching on twin flames that partners perfectly with coaching. Because that's where you learn about how twin flames work. Like, that's the foundation of everything. So like, the more that you're watching Twin Flame Ascension School, the more that you're learning about twin flames and realizing it, the more that you're able to unlock those new rooms in your consciousness and to really appreciate God in all of these deep and meaningful ways. So it's not something to take for granted. This isn't just some boyfriend and girlfriend. This is a lot more than that. And when it comes to the twin flame journey, it's like, this is like something very wealthy. So it's actually more of like an investment mentality than just, oh, I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend. This is like this wealthy beyond imagination experience that is endless, by the way. You're never going to run out of depths of intimacy with your twin flame. When you have something that's very wealthy, it's an investment. You go deep, like deep roots. It's you want to have a solid foundation. Like, this is what you're thinking about with a twin flame union in a healthy twin flame union. It's not just like, oh, I went on a date with my twin flame. It's, oh my God, like I am going into depths of God that I didn't even know existed before. Like, my mind is being enlightened to what love really is. I'm coming to know myself in ways that I've never known myself before. That's what the twin flame journey is about. It's not just a superficial thing. It's life-changing. And so it's important to not take that for granted. Enjoy the intimacy of your union. Enjoy deepening your awareness of the intimacy of your union, of, unlocking those rooms and coming to know yourself in all these new ways. You're always going to be absolutely stunned by the beauty of God and yourself and your twin flame. You're never going to find something that isn't totally divine. You might encounter an upset, but once the upset is healed, you have peace there, and you can see so clearly the truth that was always there, that only love is real and that your union is perfect and intimacy is a true joy on the twin flame journey. So hopefully this video was helpful. As I always share, beneath this video, I offer coaching. So if you would like coaching support from me directly, I would love to work with you. That's all beneath this video. The mirror exercise, Twin Flame Ascension School, you can find there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe to this channel. And I will see you in the next one.